What's going on, everybody? Yooper here, and today we're going to build a temporary enclosure for my green tree python that I was hoping to pick up Monday. Looks like it's getting pushed off until the following Monday. But that's okay, because it'll give me plenty of time to get this going, acclimated, temperatures, humidities, everything where it needs to be, and that's awesome. Now, I don't know a lot about green tree pythons, but over the last month or two, I have been studying as much as I can, and I found a lot of contradictory stuff out there. So be careful if you're out looking for stuff. I kind of went with more people are saying this than that and going with that. But also because of this awesome community that we're all part of, there's plenty of people out there to ask questions to. So that's really awesome. Now I say temporary because this girl is not a baby and she's not an adult. And she's just about to become a sub-adult, so she's still kind of a juvenile and she's not that big yet. And I don't want to stress her out. One thing that has been consistent in my research is that they can get stressed out if their enclosures are too big, and I don't want that. So because of that reason, I'm actually building a smaller one as well, but we're just going to focus on this one today, and you guys come along with the build, and if you have any questions or critiques or constructive criticism, please comment below. I'm willing to listen to everything. I've tried to help a lot of people in this community, and I know a lot of people have helped me, so, I'm really excited about getting this going. So I'm going to go into town, pick up some more things I need for this. I'm going to put 2 perches in here, one low and one high. I will be painting this as well to protect it from any mold or mildew, even though I think this is already protected. But I don't know what they use to protect it, so covering that and making it good so that the snake don't get sick with any weirdness that might be in there is an awesome thing to do. I'm going to get some Recky chip to put at the bottom. I will be misting. Now, they need a high humidity, but not a consistent high humidity. So in the temporary enclosure, I will mist her down once a day, early in the morning. And that will give her high humidity throughout the afternoon, and then it will start tapering off in the evening and early morning. And then I'll bring it back up. So I think that will work out perfect. I'm also using flex watt on the top heat here for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to use a dimmer switch or a thermostat. I'm going to try them both and see what works better. And that's how we're going to do it. Now in the main enclosure, her final enclosure, her adult enclosure, that I haven't built yet, you guys will be along for that build as well. I will be doing it differently. It will be about this width, but it will be about this high, so it will be a little bit bigger. And in there I'm going to have a fogging system to kind of keep humidity, and I'll put that at a timer, and I'll figure that all out as well. But I'm pretty excited about doing this build, and I'm excited to share it with you all. So again, if you have anything you want to comment down below, please let me know. I'm willing to listen. I'm pretty excited about this. So let's get to town and get the stuff I need. Alright, so I picked up all the supplies I need, plus a few extra things. I got the 2 tubs that I was missing to finish my rat rack, so I'll be able to work on that really soon, and it would be nice to have my own rats going on. And eventually, hopefully, just have enough rats that I can even sell some to the local pet shop. What else I got? Yeah, so I got the team with me, got the work team with me. All the boys decided to come with me, and they're going to help me with this build, so yeah. It's a good day. It's been a long day though. This is it's like 6 o'clock. What time is it? 5:55. So we're getting a late start, but we're gonna finish this thing. So let's get to it. All right. Here's all the things, or most of the things I'm going to need to build this enclosure. Bought this little broom mop handle deal that I will cut down and then paint for perches. Went to Dollar Tree and picked up some foliage to glue gun to the sides, just as a little bit of decoration and a little camouflage and shade. Bowl from Dollar Tree. These things are only $1. Perfect water bowls. Nice heavy thick glass. Now I've got these little curtain rod holders, or not curtain rod holders, closet rod holders that I'm going to use to hold the perches in place. But I forgot to pick up some Velcro to stick on the insides and on the end of the perch so it doesn't roll around. So I do have to pick that up. So got a little glue gun and some glue sticks and some substrate. Unfortunately, I had to get the Zilla bark because they're all out of the Recky chip that I normally get, but that will work. So let's get started. So the first thing I need to do is I have to measure the perches. And I'm going to have a lower one. We just say 21 inches. And we're going to have a higher one, and that one is going to be 21 and, let me get straight here, 21 and a half. That's probably a little too high. But yeah, 21 and a half. So 21 and 21 and a half. So let's cut these down. Alright, so with these closet hangers that you would hang your rod to hang your clothes on in your closet, I've taken them, I've cut these dowels to size, and I've placed them where I wanted them to be. This is the upper one. I put the level on to make sure it was level. And then I marked the little hole. As you can see, there's a little tiny pen mark right there in the center. And I did that for the lower rod as well, which you might not be able to see right in front of my fingers, little dot. Now I've marked them. The reason why I did that is because I'm going to take my soldering gun, which should be warm enough right now, and right where I put those little marks, I'm going to try and put right center, a hole right in it. Boom, perfect. We're going to do this one as well. Centered, perfect. Boom. Same thing on the other side. These ones are a little lighter and harder to see, but I see it right there. Center, boom. Melt it right through. And this one's over on this side. Boom. Perfect. Alright, now I will be able to mount these with these little washers, nuts, and bolts that I have, and that will fasten them and hold them in there. That way, when I go to clean this tub out, I can just slide this up and out of there with the green tree python on it and set it down in another bin and be able to clean out per cage. So, let's get this mounted and I'll show you where we're at. Alright, now that I have them mounted in with little bolts and washers, I'll be able to just stick that in there like so. This is the inside one, yes it is, this is the top one, and place it right in there. That way when I want to take it out, snake's wrapped up on there, I can just lift it up out of there easily, set it down in another container, like so, and clean this one out. So, let's get these painted. I'm going to have my boy Liam do the painting, and we'll check in on that. Alright, my son Liam's going to paint 2 coats of this brown semi-gloss paint on here. That will help seal the wood and keep any moisture out so there's no mildew and mold issues. And he's going to do the center part, he's going to let it dry, and then he's going to do another coat on it, let it dry, and then he will do the ends. All ends. You want to hit all the ends and the bottom piece right here because you don't want no moisture to get into it. So as soon as that's finished up, we can move on to the next step. Alright, so for a heat source on this temporary enclosure, I'm going to be using flex watt. And to do that, I'm going to burn a little bit of a hole right here in the center that I can feed my wires through. Just like that. And by doing that, I can now feed the wires through here. And I can attach them. This cord will plug into either a dimmer or a thermostat. Again, I haven't decided which way I'm going to go. I'm going to test them both out and see what works best. Because, again, you want to have the right heat in here. They don't need to have a belly heat like a ball python, like I've said before, or I may have said before. I'm not really sure at this point. But I'm not sure if I'm going to use a thermostat or a dimmer. So let me get this hooked up, taped down, and that will be the lid and ready to go. And we're here doing a little bit of work, and we got our little town deer hanging out. It's a female. I think she has a hurt leg. She's running back and forth across the tracks. Unfortunately, some of the deer around here are friendly. We have a friendly deer that hangs out at our house too. I never get her on video though. Oh, there she goes. Alright, so got the flex watt on there. This is a 12-inch flex watt. I have it probably about, I would say, 5.5 inches, just covering the one side. That way, if she wants to be on the warm side, she can be over here. If she wants to be on the cooler side, she can be over there on the lower perch or the upper perch. Doesn't really matter. So that's the setup for that right there. Let's start finishing this up. Still got a little bit more paint to do on the perches, and then I can start gluing in some of the foliage. So let's do that right now. Alright, so I've never done this before, but it shouldn't be too terribly hard. What I'm going to do is start glue gunning some of this foliage inside of here. So I'm going to take this right here and try and put a glob right like that. Maybe fill this in a little bit. Once this is in here, it's pretty much going to be in here for good. So that should kind of start to dry up a little bit. Just get it tacked in on the first spot. And then I'm going to kind of tack it in different areas around it. And this is all easy to be cleaned and sterilized. Really simple to do. Alright. A little bit more on there just to make sure. Nice. Uh-oh, thought may have messed stuff up. So let me just throw this over the end here a little bit like that. And I will, hopefully you can kind of see what's going on here. Again, new to this whole thing. And I'm just going to glue a little bit there. Hold it for a few seconds and let it dry up. And then we will move on to the next piece. Now I'll do that around the whole thing, how I like it, and you know, the snake's really not going to care, to be totally honest with you. But it will give a little bit more shade and background for it to hide behind or around and feel a little bit more secure. So let me get this finished and I'll show you how it comes out. Train! Alright, I got the background on, a little bit of rocks, some kind of stick type things. There really wasn't much of a selection at my local pet shop. Small town, things like that happen. So, now I've had the substrate that I'm going to be using in the freezer overnight now. And I'm going to add that in there, and hopefully the rods will be dry pretty soon, and we will have a close to finished product. So, let's get the substrate in there. Alright, so we're almost done building this temporary enclosure for my female green tree python. It went pretty easy, looks pretty good, just got to put the perches in there. And we are ready to rock. Yes, let's stick them in there and close this video out. Alright, all finished with the temporary enclosure for this female green tree python. I'm pretty excited. I think it came out really well. My boys helped out a lot. My son Liam painted these rods. My boys got everything set up for me. LJ and Eli got everything set up and cleared up and good workspace set up. That's important when you do any job. Prep is like 90% of it, and you guys did an awesome job. Thank you very much. So we got the closet hanger deals here, which seem to work awesome. We got glued in little foliage, got a little background back there. So this will be a nice little temporary enclosure until she's big enough to move into her permanent home. Pretty happy about it. Alright, let's put the lid on it, see how it looks, and close this video out. Alright, so it looks pretty good. I got the flex watt heat up there right now. Again, in the permanent home I will have a different heat source, but that is what I'm going to be using until then. And I have it on the one side, that way if she wants to cool off she can move to the other side of the bin. Yeah, kind of like it. I think it'll work out perfect. Nice temporary enclosure. Alright everybody, I want to thank you all for watching my video. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell, let you know I upload a video, share this with your friends, and as always, I love you all. See me, bye.